Rate of change of velocity, acceleration. The car moves at a velocity of 10 miles per hour initially and gradually increases its speed and ends the journey after reaching a velocity of 20 miles per hour. The average acceleration is the difference between the final velocity and the initial velocity divided by time taken. Increase of friction. Since friction is necessary for us, therefore many times friction is increased to accomplish a task. By making the moving surfaces rough, example, tires have designs and patterns with grooves on the surface to increase resistance with the road. This prevents slipping of the tires on a wet road. Reduction of friction. Sometimes it is necessary to reduce the undesirable friction. Lubricants make a thin layer over surface and facilitate easy movement. In the engines of vehicles, use of lubricants increases the efficiency as parts are not rubbed directly over one another because of thin layer of lubricant. Magnetic field and field line. The region surrounding a magnet, in which the force of the magnet can be detected, is said to have a magnetic field. The lines along which the iron filings align themselves represent magnetic field lines. Electromagnet. Wrap a wire around a soft iron piece. When an electric current is passed through the wire, the iron piece behaves like a magnet. A magnet made using such an arrangement is called an electromagnet. The strength of an electromagnet depends on the number of turns of the wire around. The more the number of turns, the more will be the magnetic effect. Laws of reflection. The light ray, which strikes any surface, is called the incident ray. The ray that comes back from the surface after reflection is known as the reflected ray. The angle between the normal and incident ray is called the angle of incidence. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is known as the angle of reflection. Wavelength, amplitude, time period and frequency of a sound. The number of oscillations per second is called the frequency of oscillation. Sound produced by humans. In humans, the sound is produced by the voice box or the larynx. Two vocal cords are stretched across the voice box or larynx in such a way that it leaves a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, producing sound. The story of lightning. The process of electric discharge between clouds and the earth or between different clouds causes lightning. Lightning strike could destroy life and property. Lightning conductor is a device used to protect buildings from the effect of light. Matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. Example: stone has mass. The amount of matter anything contains. Stone occupies space. the space anything occupies, so stone is an example of matter. Characteristics of particle of matter. Particles of matter have space between them. When sugar is put into water and stirred, it gets into the space between the. What is a molecule? A molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of an element or a compound that is capable of an independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance. Atoms of the same element or of different elements can join together to form two hydrogen atoms, can be joined to form a hydrogen molecule. Its molecular formula is H2, where H is the symbol for hydrogen, and 2. Similarly, two oxygen atoms join to form an oxygen molecule, O2. Photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. These pores are surrounded by guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves by the vessels, which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem. Leaves capture the energy of sunlight with the help of the green pigment present in the leaves, called chlorophyll. Electroplating. The process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. Nervous tissue. A neuron consists of a cell body with a nucleus and cytoplasm, from which long thin many nerve fibers bound together by connective tissue make up a nerve. Muscular tissue. Nervous tissue. Muscular tissue. Muscular tissue consists of elongated cells, also called muscle fiber. Cartilage. Connective tissue. Cartilage has widely spaced cells. Digestive system. Food is taken into the body via mouth, where saliva breaks down the food when it is chewed. Saliva is a watery mixture of mucus, mineral salts, and the enzyme. Saliva helps in digestion of carbohydrates. As it goes down, the epiglottis closes the opening into the larynx, so food doesn't enter the lungs. Esophagus. The food is stored in the stomach for digestion. Movements of the walls of the stomach help in churning of food. It uses rhythmic wave-like movements, called peristaltic movements, to move food from the mouth to the stomach. Gastric juices, secreted from gastric glands in the even though digestion continues in the small intestine. The major job of the small intestine is to absorb the nutrients. Congruence of triangles. As per SSS congruence condition, two triangles are congruent if the three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of the other triangle. As per SAS congruence condition. Two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are respectively equal, as per ASA congruence condition. Some properties of a triangle. The sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are properties of a parallelogram. Let ABCD be a parallelogram, AC be a diagonal. The diagonal AC divides parallelogram ABCD into two triangles, triangle ABC and in triangle ABC and triangle CDA, BC parallel AD, and AC is a transversal. Draw a perpendicular line using set square. Draw a line, A, B using a ruler. Place the ruler's edge along the line. Place one side of the set square. Run a pencil along the vertical side of the set square to draw the perpendicular. Mark a point T on the. We have DC perpendicular to A, B. Draw a perpendicular line from a point D outside using set square. Place the ruler's edge along the line. Place one side of the set square inside. Run a pencil along the vertical side of the set square to draw the perpendicular. Mark a point C at the intersection. We have DC perpendicular, A. Adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. They tell us, Ram is a clever boy. Here clever describes the boy. It was a big bus. Here big describes the noun bus. Adjectives usually go in front of the